Hi Ela, hi Jay. This is Jackie Otwell with Maxhouse Marketing. I spoke to Ela earlier this evening and let her know that I wanted to shoot this 5-minute custom video and send it over to y'all. I know the internet can be a pretty daunting source and tool just because of all of the unknowns, so I kind of take that time to break this down, show you ways you can start incorporating it yourself and get you climbing those ranks on Google. So first things first, what I do is I go ahead and I Google HVAC companies in Houston, Texas. This section up here is the ad section. As you can see, it says sponsored. So these are all people paying for ads. Down here is the Google Map Pack. You are probably on here. If not, we could definitely get you added because that's something you do want to be a part of. Down here is the organic section. So this is essentially where the rankings begin. As you can see, Angie's List is number 1. So I'm going to go ahead and skip over these directory links and go down to an actual site. Lee Thompson. So I'm going to say that Lee Thompson is the first or the number 1 organic website ranking in Houston for HVAC services. So throughout the duration of this video, I'm going to go ahead and compare your site to the Lee Thompson site. So what I do first is I go ahead and I look at their site, and we're going to talk about content. So content is any and all verbiage that is on your website. Specifically, we're going to focus on the home page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab all of that content and I am going to stick it into a word counter and see about how many words they have. They have about 2,300 words of content on their home page. And let's take a look at yours. So make sure to get everything. So you have about 300 words. Google actually recommends us having about 1,000 to 2,000 words of content on your home page. Reason being, content provides 1,000 to 2,000 opportunities for us to sneak in keywords, which are essentially the phrases that people Google to bring up your website. So you should probably get about 1,500 more words of content stuffed with these ranking keywords from Google added to your home page. So that being said, that leads us into the second topic that I'm going to cover, which is keywords. What I did next is I go ahead and I grabbed each of your sites and I put them into a tool that I use called Ahrefs, which is an online website auditor. So I went ahead and put Lee Thompson into Ahrefs, and I went ahead and put your site into Ahrefs. Right off the bat, you can see the ranking as well as the traffic value and their ranking and traffic value. Traffic value isn't always 100%, but it's definitely a good indicator of the type of traffic that they're bringing in. So I'm going to go ahead and click on their keywords. And you're going to see things like HVAC contractor, Houston, Texas, HVAC contractors, Houston, Texas, AC repair channel view, Texas, HVAC companies, Houston, Texas, AC companies in Houston, commercial AC repair, Houston. So these are all buyer intent keywords. What that means is they have a location attached. So people within that area are Googling that because they need that service, which means that they plan on paying for that service. Things like AC duct replacement, that's a nationwide keyword. What that means is that someone in Oregon, see how it has a high search volume, someone in Oregon can essentially Google this and this website might come up. We don't really want that kind of traffic because is it actually going to generate revenue for you? Probably not. I mean, unless you plan on hopping on a plane and flying to Oregon, it's not really beneficial to us. So let's take a look at your keywords and see what you have. You have Kelly's Heating and Air, Kelly's, so a lot of Kelly's. The problem with this is that the only people who are going to Google these phrases are people who already know about your company. What we want to do is we want to bring in more clients. We want to bring in people who don't know about your company and new business. So things like PM air conditioning, Houston, that's a good keyword. We need to bring in a lot more HVAC Houston, air conditioning services Houston, Texas, AC repair Houston, and all of the surrounding towns as well in order to generate that traffic for you. The last thing that I am going to touch on is backlinks. So let's go ahead and back it up a little bit. So backlinks is essentially anywhere on the internet where this website is linked. So the entire internet, Lee Thompson AC is linked 670 times, which means, who knows the volume, not all backlinks are created equal. You can have huge directory links like Yelp, etc., and that's going to generate quite a bit of traffic. Your website is only linked 17 times throughout the internet, so that's something that we would need to tackle. How we do that is we go ahead and we find these backlinks and we add ourselves to all of those, which evens out the playing field a little bit. There's a few more pieces to it, so after that we don't want an even playing field. We would go back each month and add more and more backlinks to hopefully start climbing those ranks. So anyways, that being said, Ela and Jay, I hope that you enjoyed these free tips. You could, of course, incorporate them yourself into your website and hopefully start generating some more traffic, or, of course, feel free to reach out to me for more info. All of my contact info is going to be linked in the email, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Thanks.